Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about Colorado Avalanche versus Toronto Maple Leafs game. This is Colorado's second game in a 7-game homestand. Starting in net for Colorado is Trent Miner. This morning, Bednar said that both goaltenders are banged up right now. That's why Miner is getting a start tonight. Miner also just had a shutout, so it's hard to deny him the opportunity. Starting in net for Toronto is Joseph Woll. About 5 minutes in, Robertson catches a Manson wrist shot right on his knee. He'd go down and need a whistle and a trainer to get to the bench. Just over halfway through the first period, Cowan throws a forced pass through the center of the ice. It bounces off of Burns' skate and in for the game's first goal. Right after that, Kale brings the puck into the offensive zone and he loses it. He goes fishing for the puck, but his stick gets caught up in Brandon Carlo's legs and he ends up tripping him. The Avs escaped that penalty without giving up anything, but it took a couple huge saves from Trent Miner. And fresh out of the box after taking his offensive zone penalty, Cale Makar roofs one past Woll. And the better part of this goal probably comes when Marty Necas breaks McCabe's ankles. It gave me flashbacks of that Cale Makar goal against Chicago where he roofed it against Fleury. But instead of Necas roofing it against Woll, he backhands it over to Makar, and Makar finishes it off. The Toronto Maple Leafs take a late penalty as Morgan Rielly tries to throw Kelly into Woll. This resulted in Morgan Rielly getting 2 minutes for interference. 5 seconds into that power play, McKinnon gives a 3-foot pass to Nelson. Nelson wires one right by Woll from the bumper spot. In just 2 minutes, the Avs turn this lead around, and they take that lead into the second period. The Leafs start the second period quick as Matthews gets a breakaway 5 seconds in. McKinnon is able to prevent Matthews from getting a shot off, and Manson scoops up the puck. Not long after that, the Toronto Maple Leafs take an icing call. With the faceoff in Toronto's end, McMahon just takes off straight up the ice. The puck ends up splitting both Avalanche defenders, and McMahon has a breakaway. He puts it right by the young goaltender Trent Miner, and now we have a tie game. About halfway through the second period, Ivan gets called for high sticking. The Avs killed this penalty purely by puck possession. We also almost had an if you're a goaltender 10 the goal moment from Joseph Woll. Unfortunately for the Avs, McMahon recovered for Woll. At the 7-minute mark of the second period, the Avs got their second shot of the second period. They were held shotless for 11 minutes. I don't know how this keeps happening to this team, but it does. Just under 4 minutes left, Olofsson takes a shot and Woll can't handle the rebound. Toronto is able to get to it first and they clear it before the Avs even got a chance. That wasn't a great second period for the Avs, but they did look a lot better for the last 5 minutes. The third period starts and McKinnon and Necas get a 2-on-1. McKinnon gives it up to Necas, but Woll has the better save. Right after that, Makar got tripped by McMahon to send the Avs back to the power play. The Avs create a couple chances on this power play, but Woll stands strong. Halfway through the third, Necas gets high stick by Loughton, but the ref takes both of them. This gives us 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. 15 seconds into that 4-on-4, Matthews absolutely snipes it right by Manson and Miner for the go-ahead goal. McKinnon and Makar respond immediately with a couple chances, but they can't bury him. On his next shift, McKinnon gets the puck behind the net, he pops out and he throws it in front of the net. Necas is able to get a tip on it and he gets that goal back from Matthews. With an assist on that Necas goal, Nathan McKinnon comes the fastest Avalanche player to hit 80 points. He did it in just 45 games. And I believe that's the fastest in Avalanche and Nordique's history. Pretty poetic that he did it wearing a Nordiques jersey. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left, Necas flies the zone and causes Matthews to fall. As Matthews is falling, he tries to make a play, but he ends up tripping Necas. This would send the Avs to a power play for almost the rest of the game. Unfortunately, the Avs couldn't even get the puck into the Leaf zone on that power play. I believe they ended up getting one shot on it. The Avs are able to get this game into overtime, even though they were down late in the third period. A minute and a half into that overtime, McKinnon and Necas get a 2-on-1. Necas feeds it to McKinnon, he rips a one-timer by Woll, but he can't beat the crossbar. It went bar down and just didn't bounce the right way when it hit the ice. 2 minutes later, Miner had to make a huge save to keep the Avs in this game. Right after that huge save by Miner, McKinnon would end up scooping the puck up. As McKinnon tries to fly in the Maple Leaf zone, he turns the puck over to Nylander. Nylander then beats McKinnon up the ice and finishes the game on a one-timer. The Avs are able to prevent yet another regulation loss, but once again they fall in overtime. Overall, not a bad game by the Avs, but it definitely has a feeling that it's one they let get away. The Avs have 3 days off, then they play the Preds at home. See you then.